Welcome to the Mindstorm Productions podcast with your hosts, Mindstorm and Auntie Ange.
Hello.
Hello everybody.
How's it going?
How are we all? We've come back to 6 o'clock again. And then we've been a while because we've been on big discussions. Because I've gone a bit
And we've been busy.
politic kind of version, and he panicked because I thought I was going to do that on our podcast. Then I had to reassure him, no, these are the things I want to talk about, like the corrupt police. And then when you realise that, it was a happy badger.
You've done previous politics talks before which have been like, do not talk about.
See it again, he's moaning. Do you like my little birdie? My little robin? I had this years ago when I used to work in Bombage. Are you going to have your Christmas t-shirt?
I did this t-shirt.
And if you like any of these t-shirts, place an order on Stormstar. And if you want one with a robin, even though he won't do this sort of robin, he can do something similar.
Just let me know.
This is years old.
Just contact me.
Just drop him a line in storm style. And he will magically do it. So, yes. How's everybody's week been? He's been at the markets, so he's done okay.
Non-stop.
And then catching up with orders.
Busy as always.
Me, I'm just plodding along like I do. So, I didn't tell you I posted an exam the other week.
Ah, well, there you go.
I didn't tell him, did I? Because I've not been on. Yes, I did my payroll at 1 level. I'm in the middle of 2. So I had to go at the mark. Failed it by 2 points. But hey ho. That's how we succeed in life. So, what are we going to talk about?
Well, what did you want to start with?
Was it, which one, what the 2 topics? The corrupt police. And what was the other one?
I know one was going to be that one, but I feel like there's another one.
Well, I know there's one, but I thought I'll leave that for next week.
Okay. Well, go on.
I was going to say, is anybody getting their decorations up? I wanted mine up early, but I've just finally blitzed my lounge. I've only got about 10% mess in the lounge to do, but that's hidden behind the door, so I'm not stressing over that. Which is quite nice, isn't it? Because last year we didn't put any decks up because we were supposed to be moving and the person pulled out and we couldn't be bothered to sort the loft out to bring down the decks. Then at the beginning of the year I got told that I could be moving. So I've been holding off, and the last 2 months I thought, you know what, I'm going to start straightening up again because I cannot be bothered to keep waiting to see if I'm going to get a move. So that's what I started doing. So I've blitzed my lounge because my lounge has always had boxes in it, so I've gone through all the boxes over the last couple of days. So, weeks, and I finally got stuck in there now this week. Ready to put my Christmas tree up so I can put my decks up this year, which hopefully will go up in the loft soon and bring them down.
You can bring them down tonight if you want.
Just time goes so quick.
It goes too quick.
So, go on then. That's me with my Christmas decks. Has any of you lot got your Christmas decks up?
Yeah, what you guys been doing? Getting your decorations up and stuff? Christmas time? It's Christmas time. As you said, we just haven't really had the time for it, have we?
No. So what was it that got us to talk about crops? What did they do the other day to us get talk about crops?
Yeah. Was it
Please.
something I talked about?
Yes.
Alright, so there's a video on the internet where there was some protests going on. I don't know what it was, because I can't remember. It was in another country or something. And so you see like a few protesters doing something. I think something got thrown. And suddenly the police officers come out, start trying to arrest the person. And it looked like a couple of other protesters are getting involved arresting this person. And it turns out those other protesters were actually police in disguise to, be part of the protest when really they just kind of get in there to start a kick-off.
And this was when I come in and went, oh yes, because in my so when I was talking about it, I said, yeah, they are known when sociology started researching the police in the 1960s, that police were undercover and caused a lot of trouble. And a couple of years ago, I went on a course to do with terrorism. And they were talking about blah blah blah. This lad was a terrorist because he was a Joker on his wall. You know, the modern version Joker, this, that, and the other. And it really irritates me, that does, because I'm like, because it's got the Joker, doesn't mean they're terrorists at all. Because some people like villains. You know what I mean? They like the naughtiness. And they could be squeak, and they're going, oh no, he was done afterwards. I thought, no, I think you wrongly arrested somebody and had to justify your actions, which they tend to do as well. When they do something wrong, they justify themselves. So anyway, I was on this terrorist course, and I go there and I listen to them and this, that, and the other. And I turned around and said, actually, I said, it's been known that police go undercover and then they disguise themselves as Joe Blogs to cause riots so they can have a kick-off. It's only so we can go, oh no, we shouldn't protest anymore, blah, 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 blah. And it's not true. So, yeah, and of course, I didn't realise somebody was on the course was an ex-policeman. And he says, no, they don't do things like that. This, that and the other. They don't like protest riots and blah, blah. I mean, yes, they do. I said, you go in a sociology book. I said, and you'll all be in there. All the researches, all the cases, everything. Oh, look at that face of me there. Whoa. He's paused me and going...
It's because I'm just uploading to the website, that's why.
That's quite funny, isn't it? Just paused me going... Yeah. That's what you need. To freeze frame that one, go. And then put ho, ho, ho with a Santa hat on me. So next week I'll have to come on with a Santa hat, go. And then words come out myself and do one of them. Is it pigeonandmoonpig.com or pigeon whatever? Actually, you've got all the equipment now to... That'd be my Christmas card. Ho, 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 ho. Actually, I do a bit of ho, ho on my lungs. When my lungs feel a bit irritable, I go ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. I know, it's here in how many days?
15.
I'm not
2
even
weeks,
organised.
basically.
Not even organised. I need to... The Chinese I was hoping they were going to be open got 1 star in town.
Oh, really?
You know when we do a cake 18th?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got 1 star.
But yeah.
I know. So, yeah, so that's
I think Emily mentioned that to me or something.
Yeah, so that's the corrupt side of the police. There's loads of corruption actually going on, with loads of things going on. Richard Vose has talked about his scenario and he's not very well, and things. So there's loads of corruption.
Oh yeah, there's also another thing as well. What's it called? You ever heard the term glow? Glowing.
No. Okay. I've heard of pregnancy glow.
I think you need to rewatch this podcast when you're done and just think, what the hell am I doing on this?
No, I haven't heard of the glow, darling.
So...
Glowing pregnancy, yes. Ooh, you're glowing today, darling.
Not that one.
You should see his Pringles. He's got 1, 2...
No, they're not here. No, there's nothing there. You don't need to see.
Prawn and cocktail. Original. Texas barbecue. And then he wondered why.
Imagine that. Your own parent calling you fat.
I haven't called you fat. I just said, you wonder why.
You're referring to my fatness.
You're not really. You just nicely
Too late. You've already done it.
Go on then. Anyway, what can you say?
So, the glowing or glowy. There you go. Because I've just whipped it up on Google. Because I remember somebody talked about it at one point. Is usually referring to CIA working, or not just CIA, but basically government agencies working undercover, like pretending to be like a fellow person in a way to sort of trick you into admitting to crimes or encourage you to do crimes and stuff like that. So...
like when they come right up your bum as you're driving properly 30 in a 30 zone, and they go right up your bum, so you think, oh, I'll put my foot down a little bit, and then as you put your foot down, you get to like 35, 36, 37, and the blue lights suddenly come on. Pull over. We want to find you so we can get our Christmas meals coming in. Our Christmas bonus.
It's like one of those things where like they come up to conversation like, "Hello, fellow maggers. How about we talk about our illegal gun attachments and things like that? I love shooting things up. What about our next insurrection, guys? When are we planning that?" You know.
Really?
They
I'm not surprised.
Obviously, they won't. That's like a caricature of
You
saying
did a cartoon version then.
Yeah, but like it's like they try and get information out of you, pretending to be like a person you've met in a bar or something.
Aye.
To get you. There is something. There was like the reason where that term came from. I read about it once. Origin. There we go. Where it originated. Using Wikipedia. Fed posting. But it's the far right's newest fear. Like, it happens to everybody, but whatever.
Oh, I'm sick to death of that in that. Far right. You stand up for your country. Oh, you're far right.
Sometimes
you disagree with something. Oh, you're far
there's
right.
There's a bit of a rumour. So when there happens to be a school pew pew in America.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say it. Can't saying the word. The algorithm's
the unpleasant stuff that happens.
The school pew pew.
Yeah.
Well, so sometimes it's like the rumor is that it could potentially have been caused. So like, it's usually through a website called 4chan. It's like a messaging board, where sometimes you get depressed teens that'll post about their life on 4chan. And what happens is like suddenly someone comes on to try and be their friend and stuff, and kind of like just this other teenager that's being their friend, but then kind of encourages them to get into to kind of encourage them to get into shooting and stuff, to get into pew pewing. I mean, if you're listening.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah, and really, it's actually like a CIA or FBI or whatever agent that's contacting the depressed teen and encouraging them to do the pew pew.
I've heard that.
So
I've
then
heard doing that.
They can push the agenda of removing guns from civilians.
I used to be quite anti-guns, but I think the way the world's gone the last few years, I'm like, keep them, America. Just keep them.
Keep your pew pews, America.
Yeah. Pew-pews, isn't it? It's that
Pew
old,
pews.
isn't it?
The boomsticks. Keep your boomsticks.
Oh dear. Oh bless. Yeah. I used to be quite anti at one stage, but I'm like, no.
Yeah, so was I actually. And suddenly the government started acting funny, and it's like,
Funky. Let's get funky.
so it's like, maybe it was a bad idea that we got rid of ours.
Let's get funky.
That's how it works, though. It's not like, right, guys, we're kicking down your door and taking everything you want, and you're going to submit to us. It's more of years and years of, okay, so we need to make this illegal now, so come on, everyone, hand it all in. Let's make that illegal. Okay, hand that all in. Okay, now we're going to introduce this law that you're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that. You got a naughty meme on your phone? Arrested for 7 years. That's Scotland's law, by the way.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, oh man, imagine if we had the pew pews. The police start kicking down your door. Go away.
Anyway, right. Also, back in Victoria's stage, when there was a protest was about to happen, this bloke got involved with this woman, so he can get into the gangs, because they observe and they watch you for weeks and days and months. They clock you all, and all this ID stuff is loaded tishwash because they know it anyway. Until you need their help, then suddenly the equipment doesn't work. And actually, there's another thing I've got to discuss with you next time. See if we can talk about that on our podcast. And so they sort of like, he gets involved with this woman, and this woman falls in love with him, and he joins this group, and this group are protesting because they want some working men want some legal right. And he manipulates everybody, gets a key, goes into this room where they're protesting undercover, and he plots guns. And as he did that, and then they had a raid on these guns, so all these leaders of them will get prosecuted and stuff and sent down. But he didn't realise that the woman fell completely head over heels for in love with him, and realised she's a bit of a feisty madam. So she goes round the police station, asks about this person that's got arrested. He says, I've never heard of somebody of that name. One of the coppers did. So she goes round the back, and she sees him coming out with a bunch of other fellow colleague coppers, shaking hands, this, that and the other. Then she realised he's actually an undercover cop. They didn't realise that she's also friends, because this is where the loophole is, that she's friends with the Victoria's dress lady in waiting. So they didn't realise she's friends with them. They met up. She turned around basically what's gone on. And then she related it to Queen Victoria. And then Queen Victoria allowed them to have their protest. We don't have anything like that in today's society. It's all...
I got the information. So apparently it originated from a guy called Terry Davis, who was a computer programmer, but he also had schizophrenia. And he would refer to the CIA saying that they glow in the dark. You see them when you're driving. You just run them over. Bloody hell. But yeah, so... It was in a 2017 YouTube video as well. Jesus.
That's not so long ago,
That's
is
very
it?
recent.
Crikey. So that's where the new name come from then, was it? The new
Maybe.
name got
I
adopted.
feel like it's sooner than that, but like that word's been used sooner than that. But
No, most probably isn't. It's most probably... Yeah, so... I had fun with a friend of mine the other day because we're on about pumpkins, and I said, if you don't put a pumpkin outside, they don't come knocking.
Oh.
And he was going, where did that originate from? I said, me. I put it out there. I used to say it to a lot, because I don't shut up. I talk to everybody. Now, don't I? I'm in the post office, I'm talking to somebody. I'm in the bus stop, I'm talking to somebody. I'm in the vets, I'm talking to somebody. And it's taken me 20 odd years to get that same round, but obviously the internet helped progress it a bit faster. And then he went to Googling to find out where it come from. He goes, there's no... I went, no, because it came from me. That's why, because it went out there.
Okay.
I should have copyrighted it and been famous for it.
So it's like when the BLM riots were being a thing, and suddenly, like, all of a sudden, pallets of bricks were just left around the streets and stuff.
Oh yeah, they were all set. You saw the police dropping them off.
And so people were like, that's glowing as well.
Yeah.
The
I
glowies
wouldn't
are at it again.
Trust anything. I always say to people, watch Person of Interest, because even then they've got the fine example there in one of the series is that they're protesting against this thing, but this thing, because Harold gets hold of them and goes, do you know who your sponsors are? And they go, no. Well, the people sponsoring you are the ones you're protesting against. And I always say to the oil protesters, who are your sponsors? And not one of them have answered that. Tell me who your sponsors are. And they can't answer it. So if you can't answer who your sponsor are, then I question they're proactive.
Yeah, that's one of the beliefs with the Just Stop Oil and environmentalists and stuff like that is they're actually being hired by the oil companies to be so insufferable so everybody goes against them. They are
should go up to them and go, yes, I understand now, thank you. Move on.
How much did the oil companies pay you today?
Yeah, that's what you should do when you go past them. Should have done it in London when I went past London a few weeks back protesting. I should have gone on and gone, so how much has the oil thingy company's been paying you today? No. Yeah, they are. How much have you earned from it? So you're wasting your time then. And there's that woman who moaned on the social media because she got arrested or something and she couldn't see her grandchildren. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, if you're going to see your grandchildren, you don't protest on that day. If you said to me, oh, Mum, can you have Uthrid tonight? I go, oh, yes. I wouldn't go out protesting in case I get arrested. Because I've told him no matter... He could call him Adam for all I care, but I will still call him Uthrid. Come here. Come to your mini moo, Uthrid.
Groom my child to think his name is Uthrid.
Why do you nickname Uthrid Mini Moo? Because he's a strong man. He fought for his country.
Oh, he said if I have a daughter, I'll call her Octavia.
Octavia?
Octavia. So classy. Octavia.
That's unusual. I've never heard of that one before.
Yeah.
That's nice. Your dad wanted you, if I had a girl called Mercedes, I said I ain't calling my child after a car. Sod that for a lark. Watch him now, they'll change the name deliberately by default. Ew, to lessen my mother by changing our names.
Anyway,
dear.
I guess the second part of corruption.
Oh, what was that bit?
Bloody hell, you can reveal.
Right.
So,
I woke up in the morning. I had no internet. And then I went downstairs thinking, oh, the internet might need rebooting. So he thinking, and then I tried to charge my phone downstairs. I was like, it's not working. So then I went to the main switch to realise we had the power cut on that thing. Then I couldn't understand why.
So the fuse box downstairs.
Yes, the fuse box.
One of the switches came off. So something must have happened.
Triggered it.
Yeah, something must have triggered it. But we'd had no idea what. It
And
was
I
only
never
until... Go on.
And I never thought what it could be.
Yeah.
And with it saying the lounge, I assumed it was downstairs in the lounge. Turns out not to be.
So...
Don't trust everything you read on them. Don't trust everything you read on them switch boxes when you look in your meter box.
So, because also it turned out my fan went off as well, because I left a fan on last night. And also
Not last night, a couple of nights ago.
Yeah, a few nights ago. Because I tend to have the fan on because I still get quite warm despite it being winter. And also one of my smart lights turned itself on. And the only time it turns itself on is if it's been unplugged and replugged back in. And because Emily was around and she asked why the light was on. Well, anyway, I tried to charge my phone the day after.
To look angelic.
Very funny. Oh no, I tried to charge my phone that evening. That after Auntie Ange discovered the switch was off. My phone wasn't charging for some reason. So I tried other chargers, it worked fine. I moved the cable, I plugged it into different plugs, and it was just about working. So I thought, okay, maybe the plug's buggered. Well, then I noticed on the cable it's got black on it. And then I look at the plug and I can see black on it. And it turns out this plug, you see all the black markings on it? This burnt out. This sparked out, and that is why all the power got shut off in the house.
I know, that could have been really, really nasty.
I could have set fire to my bedroom. Yeah, now, this isn't an official Apple plug, by the way. This is a cheap, rubbish knockoff, so, don't go jumping like, Apple's done this, Apple's done that. It's not. It's a cheap knockoff that was made to look like an Apple plug. Like, one way you can tell is the USB is upside down in here, and the plug sounds hollow and it's very light compared to their actual plugs. So it just would have been a cheap knockoff that didn't have probably some of the safety features a normal plug would have, and it burnt itself out.
I'm just trying to see if it says made in China on it. Bum bum.
Yeah, but so is Apple products. Sorry, Star. But anyway, yeah, so it turned out this is what damaged my plug, and the cable that I plugged into it, because it was a long cable I bought as well.
Very long cable. Did we get them cables last year, or was it for my birthday?
Could it be
My birthday, couldn't it?
I think it was your birthday.
Because I needed a long one, and you had a deal on it too for a certain price.
Yeah, so I bought some, and it almost damaged my cable because my cable was being a bit funky. I've got it working again though, but yeah, I was not happy about that.
Bit a bit funky.
So yeah, I might try and pry it open just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anything else we need to talk about? Oh, no, it's nearly time to wrap up. So yes, he has also on the webpage, he has Santa Claus t-shirts.
Got Santa Claus, reindeer. I've got Jingle My Bells.
Yes, and when we went and helped at a Christmas fair not so long ago, I turned around and I said to somebody, "Oh, that's my son over there with the jingle balls top." And I went, "Sorry, I mean jingle bells." So yeah, so go and visit his website, and if you want like a little bulk buy, you know, mum, dad, son, granddad, grandparents, give him a shout. He will give you a discount and things like that.
It's like a family group discount, whatever.
So yep, so you all can wear matching things. We've got Santa's little elves, little helpers, haven't we? On there.
Yeah, little elf helper, or no, little elf. That's what it is. And
Yep.
it's yeah. There you go. Got it open.
Oh look.
That's the inside.
Ugh. Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah. So there you go. Whore! Whore! Stanky.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
I'll show Callum that. He would love to see that. That was meant to be... Look, that was meant to be white on the inside.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
I wonder which one set it off.
You've
It's
got to
all
be
burnt
so
black.
careful. Got to be so careful with these plugs, haven't you?
I think... Was I charging it to prepare for, like, market or something?
Most probably.
Alright, yeah, so let's leave it at that. So subscribe if you haven't. Follow if you're on Twitch.
Go and look on Storm Style.
Check
For
out my
Chris-
Storm Style website.
the
It's
Christmas
stormstyle.co.uk.
For the Christmas ones. Yeah.
And if you don't know how to spell it, it's Storm, STORM, Style, STYLE
With that
.co.uk.
symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. Buy my stuff.
Yeah. And if anything you fancy doing or having designed on a t-shirt, club, mug, or any other purchases we can do, we can design it for
Do stickers
you.
as well, if you
Or
want
a
stickers.
photograph if you want on there. Oh, and stickers.
I can do it all. I have no limits. I'm too powerful. There is no
And on
limit
that
to my
note-
power.
Oh, we should do me some little reform stickers, shouldn't
Okay.
I? Yeah. Anyway, I'll
Right.
see you later.
See ya.
Catch you later. Bye. Bye.
Say that it feels right.